Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if you put that up in front of the screen so I can see.
Behind every hit song is an undeniable beat. So why doesn't anyone talk to the drummer about it? We're getting behind the kit with some of the best drummers in North America. This is Drummer to Drummer.
I kind of, I've been asking everybody what life is like with the current situation. You're kind of a double whammy with, being an educator, but also a kind of a touring musician. How has this been for you?
There's no touring, and I'm talking to you in exactly the same way I talk to my college students, from exactly the same spot, same computer. So I've learned how to, plug the hard wire into the Wi-Fi and all that stuff. But we use this exact same Zoom program, for better or for worse, and so here we are. Yeah, it's in certain ways I've enjoyed it, in certain ways it's awful. So
Yeah.
just like everything, I guess.
Learn to adapt to whatever our new normal is going to be, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
right.
Yeah. So when we first met, thank you for being our very first repeat customer.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad to be back.
This is a huge thing. So when we first met, you were kind of just starting reunion shows.
Yeah, right.
um, so since then, you kind of toured the world right after I saw you.
That was Halifax, right? Where we met? Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Halifax. I had just moved to Halifax, and my friend put that show on.
Yeah, that was
and
fun.
It was
That was a
just
fun one.
best timing ever. That show was incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went and played all over the world, playing these songs. How did you enjoy the reunion tour? What, highlights, lowlights, anything like that?
I think the reunion piece of things was really sort of interesting and fun. I've enjoyed the not reunion part of it more. I mean, I've enjoyed making new music with the guys. And I think I would say this last trip through, since the third record, I think we've got the set we like. That is to say, we've got the pieces of each record that make the most sense live. And so it's been fun feels more like a real band now, and not just sort of, trying to remember what we're trying to do all those years ago or whatever. So I've really enjoyed it. I got to say, I miss it. I was getting a little tired. The travel is difficult. The older we get. We did this wonderful but crazy jaunt across Asia, and when we got back, I thought, I don't know, I don't know if I could do that again. It was a lot, and now I kind of miss it. So maybe, be careful what you wish for, because now I'm home all the time, which is great for my kids and hanging out and whatever. But I do miss playing live a little bit.
Yeah. So when I met you, you were not necessarily planning on traveling as much as you are now, or after the album cycles on the second and third LPs there. How was the transition to traveling more?
It was hard. I mean, it's hard amazingly, we've done more than 100 of these, and we're all in our, middle age. I'm shocked that we've been able to do it, and nothing in life has sort of prevented us, except for, now this thing.
Right.
It was, yeah, it was awesome, but I gotta say that that kind of travel was tiring for me, at least, in ways that I hadn't anticipated. But it's interesting to learn how to play, especially a more physical instrument like drums, just when you don't want to, when you're tired or haven't slept or feeling sick or whatever. But that's part of it, and
Right.
so
Yeah.
I've been grateful for that.
Was there a turning point or an aha moment when you realized, wait a minute, this isn't just going to be a reunion style thing? Like, let's give this another kick at the can again.
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I distinctly remember the feeling of us. I don't know if we were on a phone call or what, but there was just this moment. We had been honestly feeling a little bit, not tired, but just sort of worn out on the reunion thing. Like, oh, we got these same songs. I mean, there's only so many ways you can play them. And there was some moment where we had been kicking around ideas just to see if it were possible, and then one of them stuck. And like, oh, that seems like a good song. And I'm trying to remember. I couldn't tell you which one it is, but it obviously was something off of LP2. And yeah, and so that part, the writing and recording part, has been really pretty exciting and has given it new life. I think there's sort of two phases of this: the reunion phase, and now I think a real band phase, I guess.
So when you're writing and recording, what's the process like? Because I assume you're not flying back to Illinois to go and record.
Super different. I think the first I've probably told this. I don't know if I've told you this story before, but certainly talked about it before. The first incarnation of this band, I think everybody was within 6 blocks of each other, and the band didn't. We hardly ever played. I mean, probably played 10 gigs, but the band really was rehearsal on a certain whatever Tuesday night or whatever it was, and we could all get together. You know, it was my house in the living room, and they would walk over and whatever. No, it's totally different now. It's kicking files around, seeing what sticks. When we do get together, we'll do these marathon kind of 10 or 12 hour we sit in this horrifically hot practice space in Chicago and sort of hash stuff out. There's a lot more. I think the first album was much livier. There was the instrumental stuff was pretty hashed out beforehand. I think there's a lot more sort of figuring stuff out when we do meet, and then again in the studio. And so it's pretty different, but there are ways in which that's better. There are ways in which that's worse, but it's definitely a different beast than it used to be.
You did it, Steve.